Welcome to animation, Flashpoint Paradox. At first we see Barry with his mother and a car passes by. Barry angrily tells him to stop. There are people here who need help. That's where his mother stops him saying, Barry, you need to calm down and accept what you can't change. And the thing you are able to change, you need to be strong towards. Then when we see Barry coming home from school, but when he opens the door, he finds his mother dead. Then they see that Barry has grown up and now he has come to visit his mother's grave and apologizes to her when he was not there and blames himself for her death. There, Justice League sends him a letter saying there is an emergency and they need their help. When he arrives, he sees a group of bad people looting a museum. But Flash fails in his mission, and the bad guys overpower him. Then we see Sun saying that he brought a lot of bombs with him to destroy everyone with you. But before we continue, it's important to understand why Thawne wants to do that. Thawne's plan for the explosion is designed to alter the timeline further and create chaos, allowing him to manipulate events to his advantage. The explosion is intended to serve as a distraction and a way to demonstrate his control over time and reality, showcasing his rivalry with Barry. It plays a significant role in his larger scheme to unsettle the balance of power and manipulate the heroes involved. Then the Justice League arrives, each defusing the bombs in their own way. When Superman arrests Thawne, he tells Flash before leaving, "This time you survived, but know that no matter how fast you are, you cannot save your loved ones." Not only does this hurt Barry, but he is shocked by Barry's suspicious statement. Batman tells Flash not to worry about Thawne words. He says he's not worried. But when it goes at a very, very high speed, which is much higher than its normal speed. Then when he wakes up, we see him at work, watching again. The villains in the museum are making a mess, and Barry goes to stop them. But when he leaves, something strange happens. He wants to run fast, but loses his speed and falls to the ground. He opens his eyes and sees his mother. Now Barry is in shock and doesn't know what's going on. His mother says it's my birthday today, and after this conversation, Barry tells his mother, "Mom, I have to tell you something very important. I'm Flash." And his mother says, "What's the Flash?" Barry says he's a superhero. His mother says, like Batman? Then we come to Batman, who fights Harley Quinn very brutally and even shoots her. Batman says, "If you don't tell me where the Joker is, I'll kill you with my own hands." Harley tells Batman, "I don't know where the Joker is, and he might be dead." Batman says, "You're right. He's as dead as you are," and throws Harley down there. There we see Cyborg rescuing Harley. Cyborg says, "Why did you do that, Batman?" Batman says, "You did something wrong. You should have let the madman die, because bad guys have to be killed. I know things are strange to you so far, but I'll explain later." Cyborg says, "Batman, we have a big war ahead of us, and more than 100 million people have died. We need your help." Batman says, "The war is over, soldier, and we have lost." Then Barry goes to his girlfriend, but he sees that his girlfriend has a child and a husband, and she still doesn't know Barry. Things are all strange. Barry wants to go to Bruce Wayne to find out what's going on. Barry calls Bruce and no one answers. Suddenly Batman comes and starts beating Barry, and he tells her who you are and what you want. And Batman hurts her even more and says, "Tell me how you know about me." Now Barry is in a different dimension where everything is different. This Batman is not Bruce Wayne, and Bruce is dead. This Batman is Thomas Wayne. In this dimension, when the incident occurs in an empty place, someone attacks Thomas Wayne, his wife and child, but Thomas Wayne kills the villain. The villain shoots Bruce and Bruce dies, and her husband Thomas can't stand this scene and loses his mind. Everything is different in this dimension. Thomas Wayne is Batman, and the Flash doesn't exist. Bruce died in childhood. And in this dimension, World War III broke out. Diana and Arthur are fighting, and Barry's mother is alive in this dimension. However, Barry tells Thomas that I am a hero in my own dimension, and let me prove it to you. But Barry finds that he has lost his power. He explains to Thomas Wayne that all these factors are Thawne's fault. He has altered time and dimensions. Everything is controlled by him.
Not saying I believe you, but in your reality, is my son, Bruce, is alive. He's Batman.
Thomas says, "What do I need to do to get your strength back?" Barry says I should just get hit by lightning in this bad weather. Then we see the Aquaman team attack another team and fight very hard and brutally. And the reason for the fight is that Aquaman says you have come my way and he will destroy them all. Then we come back to Thomas Wayne, and Barry is now preparing to be struck by lightning twice in a row. Although Thomas Wayne says it's impossible, Barry says it's not impossible and it will happen. And when lightning strikes him, he strikes once. And the lightning continues, burning his whole body and not restoring his strength. Now it's time to talk about how World War III broke out in this world. World War III is caused by a massive conflict between the Amazons, led by Wonder Woman, and the Atlanteans, led by Aquaman. The war escalates after a series of personal betrayals and misunderstandings between the two leaders, Aquaman and Wonder Woman's alliance. Initially, the Amazons and Atlanteans form an alliance, which includes a romantic relationship between Wonder Woman, Diana, and Aquaman, Arthur Curry. However, this alliance is shattered when Aquaman's wife, Queen Mira, confronts Wonder Woman about her affair with Aquaman. In the ensuing confrontation, Wonder Woman kills Queen Mira. War breaks out. After Queen Mira's death, tensions between the two nations explode into open war. Aquaman, seeking revenge for his wife's death, leads the Atlanteans in a full-scale assault on the Amazons. In retaliation, Wonder Woman and the Amazons invade Europe, leading to widespread destruction and chaos. Escalation to World War III. The conflict between the Amazons and Atlanteans engulfs the entire world, drawing other nations into the fight. As both sides use their powers and advanced technologies, the war threatens to destroy the planet. The Atlanteans attempt to sink entire continents, while the Amazons conquer much of Europe, leaving humanity caught in the middle. Then we see Barry with third-degree burns, and Batman tells him he's lucky to be alive. Despite this burn, he doesn't give up and says he will try again. We come to Aquaman, who intends to attack Wonder Woman with his terrifying weapon that could destroy millions of lives. Now it's time to repeat. When they try again, because of a mistake that happened, Batman wants to fix it quickly. But because of the force of the lightning, Batman falls and nearly dies. Fortunately, his strength was restored, and he saved Thomas Wayne. The world is about to be destroyed. Thomas Wayne says we can do nothing. Barry says we need to find Superman in this world, because he is the only one who has all the powers like strong speed, and nothing happens to his body, and he has laser eyes. Thomas Wayne says there is no one with all this power. Then, after a long search, they find Superman. But this Superman is not the same Superman and has been detained by the government for 30 years since childhood because they thought someone would destroy the world. And when Thomas Wayne sees him, he jokes that this is the strongest person. When they want to leave, the government soldiers shout, "Raise your hands. It is government property. They need to return it." Then the soldiers start shooting at them. However, they save themselves with their different abilities, and Superman leaves them. Barry then asks Cyborg and Thomas Wayne to form a team to save the world to stop the evil of Aquaman, and Cyborg agree. Then, when they fly to the war, their plane is crashed by Aquaman. Now is the time of war. Everyone is fighting brutally and harmlessly. Aquaman and Diana face off and have a very bad fight. Flash, Cyborg, and Batman attack Aquaman to stop him. Then Thomas Wayne is badly wounded.
Take your team up the right flank. Don't be stupid, Alan. I may not be a very good doctor, but even I know a dead man when I see one.
Barry and Thawne face off, and Thawne defeats Barry very easily. The situation is now very unfavorable. Aquaman killed Cyborg, and Diana killed Aquaman and activated the atomic bomb before he died. Thawne later admits that he did all this himself just out of his intense hatred for Barry. And when Thawne is scolding and insulting Barry, Thomas Wayne shoots Thawne's brain with a bullet.
Not if you go back in time and fix this. The only way to save the world is to keep this world from ever happening. Take this. Run!
and Flash succeeds in fixing time and dimensions. He gives Bruce Wayne the letter written by his father, Thomas. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.